players in the tech industry of the world. That change happened over a period of around 25 to 30 years. And we expect that thing to happen in Vizag in a time, 1/3 of that time, both because of technology and since we are doing it the second time, I think, under the leadership of our Chief Minister, we are hopeful that we can do that. And today's historic moment, we're all gathered here not only to discuss about Google AI, not also about artificial intelligence, but also look at the ecosystem that we are building, all the partners together. On behalf of the Government of Andhra Pradesh, I extend a special welcome to Honorable Minister Sri Nara Lokesh Garu. So one word I would say that when everybody is talking about ease of doing business, he started talking about speed of doing business. I'll let out a secret with his permission. So a lot of people think that, we sit and discuss for hours together on deciding things and all. No, it's a one WhatsApp message from him says that he doesn't even say okay, just K. That means it's done. So with one letter, we have cleared multi-billion-dollar deals. In fact, the Google deal of, the $15 billion deal and the investment size and all was done very quickly because, I extend my, thanks to him because he has put that kind of confidence in us, in our team, that he just says that you go and do it, the government is behind you. So every decision we take, we might be taking some wrong decisions. We are all human beings. We bungle up sometimes, but I have that kind of support from my minister and my chief minister who tells me, please go and do it. You might do some mistakes, but that's okay. So, but take decisions and move forward in life so that we do. So with Lokesh sir, we talk about speed of doing business. Why should it take so much of time to decide on certain things which we can do over a very small period of time? We remember he decides things on a cup of coffee. He decides things on one lunch and dinner. I think this whole Google thing has happened over one small 1 hour interaction. This is a kind of a thing. So I extend my thanks to him. And Google Cloud and Google Global Infrastructure, thanks to you for believing us in us in Andhra Pradesh and also the city of Vizag. Now Vizag, as I said, VIZAZ, Z is now Google. Hopefully it remains the same till some other big company comes into Vizag, but you are the first one. So it's like the first child always, is always has a special place in the heart. I think Google will be remembered for that. And today's conclave is just not about just getting artificial intelligence hub into Vizag. It is about everybody coming together. I'll share a good news with you. The announcement of Google and Google coming into Vizag has actually triggered a lot of effects on us. In fact, just last week, we cleared a proposal where the chillers for the data centers will now be manufactured in Andhra Pradesh. So, and we are planning for having a capacity of around almost the capacity to actually cool almost 4 to 5 gigawatts of data centers within the states. That's the ripple effect we have because of it. Now we are in conversation with a lot of companies who are interested to come here and manufacture the racks. And we have a lot of investment requests coming in for manufacturing a lot of components that will go into the data centers. Also into green energy production, green energy transmission and all. That is what we are talking about when today we say that the ecosystem means that not only the data centers, but every component that goes into data centers and the end users of the data center that we have. So that is what we are looking at. And Visakhapatnam represents that, and Vizag as a vision we present before you. We heard from Mr. Bikash Kole, Vice President Google Infrastructure. Thanks, sir, for having confidence in us. We're also pleased to welcome Mr. Alexander Smith, who has been there in this journey, long discussions through midnight, different time zones. We did it. In fact, to share you that the one single decision which closed it, We did it sitting in 3 time zones or 4. One in London, one in Australia, one in Tokyo, and one in Delhi. And across all times, I think one in US also. So, and you can imagine, what was happening during those 2 hours of conversation, but it happened and it taught us a lot of things to us. So thank you for that. And that's about collaborative partnership. And also Mr. Samir Vora, CEO Adani Connects, who is partner with us, and Shri Vinod Kumar, CEO Nextra by Airtel. We will be working together. Later today, I think you will be hearing from Mr. Shan Mohan about CEO AP Economic Development Board on AP advantage from agriculture in AI to logistics and all that. And then in the second segment today, so navigating an evolving landscape, discussions will be on, the infrastructure that will be powering the AI. We have a panel on connectivity to the compute powering India's AI infrastructure, moderated by Shri Ajay Chatkara, Senior Director Global Infrastructure, with participation from Mr. Ajay Sehgal, Chief Revenue Officer, Jio Infocom Limited, Shri Sumit Walia, President and Chief Revenue Officer, Tata Communications, Shri Somen Roy, CFO, Bharti Airtel, and Shri Ankit Goyal, Founder and Chairman, Consul. We will also be here from Shri Johnson Joes, Senior Director on the intelligence layer, the role of AI in designing data center supply chains and logistics for tomorrow. And over on this, we are also being presenting one more thing, AI applications. Having one data center, the stack is one thing, and having a real live data available to develop applications is crucial. So I offer to you 6 petabytes of data, real data from the state of Andhra Pradesh, on which you can run your applications. So the sky is the limit. The data sets are from agriculture to health to education to basic governance to infrastructure, data on GIS layers, visual intelligence, health data. Everything is available on the table for you to develop applications on that. And since we are having a data lake, all these data sets available for the startups, the companies to come, start experimenting, doing applications, and then testing them out, making them available for the larger population of Andhra Pradesh. And hopefully these applications will become a common good available for the entire country and beyond, so that companies, startups can start using them to ensure that a public good is created, and people use it for the public welfare, and also increasing the economy of the state and the country at large. I take this opportunity to thank all. And finally, the sustainability and resilience imperatives will be one discussion which will be moderated by Yolande Lobo. I also take this opportunity to thank her. She was there all along for the last 1.5 years with us. Without you, I don't think this would have happened today. So I acknowledge that from the bottom of our heart for Director Yolande, and if you have harassed you day and night and all, please bear with us. But that's what we do. So more than private sector, we are trained to chase. So we chase because our leadership, our minister and our CM continuously ask us what's happening on a day-to-day basis. So we do that, we chase you because we are also asked what's happening and all. So that's the only thing. And other participants with Yolande would be Sri Venugopal Mutkur from Niti Aayog, Srimati Namrata Rana, Partner and National Head ESG KPMG, and Siddharth Sinha from Greenco. So I welcome again all of you to this beautiful city of Vizag. Probably in about a year's time, when we are anticipating that the first set of data center would be ready, operational, and we start developing applications and all. We are also hopeful that by that time, the seeds for the first AI application city along with the data center will also be having, not very far from where Google is now starting their operations. We will be also having an AI city where a lot of startups in AI and a lot of companies will come, who will be basically consuming the data center capacity that you are creating. We are also trying to create clients for you. We are also trying to create, consumers of your data center capacity. Of course, Amravati, we are also creating quantum. That is also going to be one of the large users of the data center capacity that is going to come up here. And today has been really groundbreaking for the city of Vizag. I think this is going to change the face of the city, and through Vizag, Andhra Pradesh, and also the entire country. I thank all of you for coming today here, and I hope all of us go back richer with experience. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Bhaskar, for your insightful remarks, your trust, and we are truly inspired by the roadmap you have shared for the state's technological future. As my colleague Clary was just talking about, the AI Data City initiative represents more than just infrastructure. It represents a commitment to the future of Visakhapatnam's digital economy. In this, we are deeply honored to have continuous support of the Andhra Pradesh government in establishing this data city ecosystem. To lend his voice in this monumental initiative, please join me in welcoming Shri Nara Lokesh for the honorary keynote. Sir, please.
Thank you, Vikas. Thank you to the entire Google team here, the team from Adani and Airtel. Thank you very much for being part of our journey. Namaskaram to everyone. I extend a very warm welcome to our distinguished guests, representatives across industries who are here. Today is not merely a launch of a data center. Today is the beginning of a new chapter in India's digital journey. And it is a truly defining moment for us here in Andhra Pradesh. Visakhapatnam, as we fondly call it, Vizag, is not merely an ordinary city. For decades, it's been a gateway to India. It has connected India's mineral wealth to the world. This city was actually built on steel. And today we are going to transform its entire foundations to being built on the AI revolution. I believe what we are doing here is going to be the future of our great nation. We are standing at a historic turning point. The world is changing from heavy industries to a digital infrastructure, from manufacturing to machine intelligence. And Vizag, again, is evolving in this journey. With the launch of the Google AI Hub, we are witnessing that transformation in real time. India's single largest FDI investment ever, a $15 billion investment into a 1 gigawatt data center ecosystem. It's not incremental growth, but we believe it is a transformational scale for Visakhapatnam. For the first time, Vizag will have a cable landing station. We will be competing with other states in terms of connectivity. And just as ports have connected this great city to the rest of the world, these cable landing stations will digitally connect Visakhapatnam to the rest of the globe. Across the world, from Virginia to Dublin, we have seen the impact that data centers have actually had on the entire ecosystem. So we as a state merely don't look at the data center investment as an investment of $15 billion, but we believe it is an investment to a robust ecosystem, and it's the beginning of that wonderful journey. This investment, we believe, will create close to 200,000 direct and indirect jobs for us here in Visakhapatnam, and new industries will rise around this entire ecosystem. It is not merely a project for us. We as a state look at it as an economic multiplier. Let me say one thing, beyond the data, beyond the numbers, there is one more strength that Vizag has. Its sheer energy, its talent, its spirit. I must share with you that in 2014, we had a cyclone, once in a century cyclone hitting Vishakhapatnam. It pretty much uprooted every tree in Vishakhapatnam. And the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji came exactly 48 hours later. And people came on the road to cheer him, to welcome him, and he was shocked. I'm here to be with you, to stand with you, but you guys have come out to cheer me. It means a lot. That just shows how resilient this city is. You know, when Mr. Naidu gave a call that Diwali is coming up, please don't burn firecrackers because there's dried leaves and dried trees. It's a fire hazard. Not even one person celebrated Diwali. So that is the spirit of Vishakhapatnam. The sense of responsibility, socialness is something that's unmatched. It's a city where young minds aspire, a city where innovation comes natural to us, a city where life and work coexist beautifully. I keep jokingly saying, if Goa and Bangalore would have an offspring, that would be Vishakhapatnam. It has best of both worlds. And our vision for Vishakhapatnam, Vizag, is very bold. This is our Vishakhapatnam economic region. By 2047, this will be India's first $1 trillion economic region. If you've been following the news, exactly a month back, we laid foundation to India's first green steel city, which is being built out by ArcelorMittal. And this is south of Vishakhapatnam. So we are doubling down on our steel ecosystem. We are doubling down on our AI and data ecosystem. We are doubling down on our pharma ecosystem. Our entire medical devices manufacturing ecosystem is also coming up in this economic region. And this will be led by AI, clean energy, medical devices manufacturing, and of course, advanced manufacturing. And this is going to be the epicenter for economic growth for a great state of Andhra Pradesh. We have all seen what leadership can actually deliver. All of you have seen the growth of Hyderabad. I still remember when Mr. Naidu announced that we're going to build this one tower. It was called Cyber Tower. It was one round building. That image is still so powerful. It's etched in my mind. It was one building, and around it was just boulders. People laughed at him. People said, this is not possible. People said, will computers feed people? But look at how one bold vision with consistency and clarity of thought can deliver. And for those of you who have missed that journey of Hyderabad, this is your redemption time. Vishakhapatnam will do better. What took Hyderabad 30 years, we intend to do in the next decade in the great city of Vishakhapatnam. You know, with industry, with geography, and with stability of policy, I believe that we can deliver history together and leave a legacy. And that is what really excites us. And as Vikas has shared, we are going through an economic revolution, an industrial revolution. Every industrial revolution has created more jobs than it has displaced. But it has created in geographies where they were ready for it. And India is ready for it, Bharat is ready for it, and Andhra Pradesh is ready for it. That is where we believe in the power of clusterization. So that is why when I met the leadership of Google, and I met even Sundar, and I personally requested that it's very, very important to build the entire ecosystem here. That is the only way we can create an ecosystem that is resilient. So it's not merely about Google building a data center here, but it's about what does it take to build a data center, maintain the data center, and also build the academic rigor that is required to maintain and use this platform as a springboard to grow. And that is what excites us here in Vishakhapatnam. You know, saying that our approach is very simple, but yet powerful. It is scale, integration, and self-reliance. Our goal is not just about attracting investments. Our goal is to anchor entire industries. And that is what we are looking at building together here. This is a beginning of a wonderful journey. I would like to thank Google for believing in us, because it does take a leap of faith to invest $15 billion in a city that you would otherwise actually Google. But today, because you've taken that leap of faith on us, it means a lot. And it is no longer your project, it is our project. And together we will deliver this. And to all the industry partners here, once we shake hands, We are not believers of MOUs or bold announcements, but we are a firm believers of shaking hands. That is the beginning of our wonderful journey. In fact, we don't have an MOU standing, really speaking, with Google, but we shook hands and said, we'll get this done. That is how we've been working. That is how Andhra Pradesh is able to attract 25% of investments that is being made in India. That is what differentiates us. We intend to ground each and every project. It's no longer about making announcements, and that is what makes it different here in Andhra Pradesh. Once we shake hands, it's no longer your project, it becomes our project. And believe me, on a weekly basis, our team will update you on WhatsApp on the status of your project. And we create WhatsApp groups where your leadership team will be there, a minister, because I represent IT electronics, then my counterpart industries or SME minister. And depending on which ministry you will be engaging with, the minister himself will be on the WhatsApp group, engaging with you directly. Any issue that is not resolved in 24 hours, that group is meant to be used, and we intend to resolve it and ensure that we deliver on our promise of speed of doing business. And that's what differentiates us from rest of India. So for us today here, it's not merely about launching a project, it's a launch of a relationship, a wonderful relationship. Google has played a catalytic role. I was jokingly telling, because till today I had to make outbound calls. And after the date got announced, I started getting inbound calls. And now Bhaskarji has become a very stubborn IAS officer. He's now saying, anyone who wants to invest in the, in a data center has to be clear. It's not going to be a real estate play. You need to show the partners at the under end. The hyperscalers have to be clear and presented. But as a state, we don't let success get to our head. We are a new state. We are very hungry. Think of us like a startup. Because just look at our journey. This is the 4th time we're having to rebuild our state. First, we were part of Madras presidency. Then we were divided linguistically, and Kurnool was made a capital. After a few years, again they brought Telangana and Andhra together and made Hyderabad a capital. 57 years we worked together, developed Hyderabad. Then we got bifurcated again. So we have fire in the belly. We really want to create history. And with all the partners here today, we can do it together. And end of the day, I believe that's what makes it rewarding. That is why youngsters like me have joined politics in Andhra Pradesh. And if you look at our cabinet, 17 out of 25 ministers are first-time ministers. 50% of our legislature is a first-timers. So we bring raw passion, energy to get things done. I wouldn't say it's going to be the perfect journey. Every relationship, every journey has its ups and downs. But we are here to make it as smooth as possible. And as a chair of the group of ministers to create 20 lakh jobs, I'm available to you. I will leave my personal WhatsApp number. Because knows how active I am on WhatsApp. Typically by end of the day, I reply to every message that I get. I read every message and we take action on it. With this, I welcome all of you here to the great state of Andhra Pradesh, to Vizag, which now I said Google should pay us some royalty because G is now Google in Vizag. So I'll reach out to Vikas about it separately. But thank you very much. Thank you for coming here. I hope I was able to at least convince you that this is the state that you should invest and build a journey together. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity, and Jai Hind.
Felicitation. Yes. Thank you, sir. 2 minutes लगेगा, sir. Please. So, perfect. So I would like to invite Mr. Bhaskar, Secretary Government of Andhra Pradesh, Bikash, Vice President Google Global Infrastructure, Drew Burns, Director Google Global Infrastructure Asia Pacific, to join our dignitaries on the stage. And our sincere thanks to Honorable Minister Shri Lokesh Nara ji for sharing such a compelling vision for the state. We are truly inspired by your commitment for transforming Andhra Pradesh into a global destination for technology and talent. As a gesture of our highest appreciation for gracing this occasion, may I request Bikash to please felicitate Honorable Minister Shri Lokesh Nara, please. With you, sir. Perfect. May I now request Drew Burns to please felicitate Secretary Mr. Bhaskar. Perfect. Prakash, can you please join them for a group picture? Yes, please. Thank you, gentlemen. We are profoundly grateful to Honorable Minister Shri Lokesh Naraji for his valuable time and for the visionary leadership he shared with us today. As the minister proceeds to his next engagement and takes his leave, we thank him once again for gracing this conclave with his presence. Yes, that's it. Yoland, sir is leaving. Can you please see off, sir? Clear. Can we get the seat very quickly?
In the spirit of partnership, we will now have a panel that will explore the integration of green energy infrastructure, cutting-edge data centers, and international know-hows. The strategic alliance brings the best of US-Indian leadership to develop
So that is the spirit of Visakhapatnam, the sense of responsibility socialness is something that's unmatched. It's a city where young minds aspire, a city where innovation comes natural to us, a city where life and work coexist beautifully. I keep jokingly saying, if Goa and Bangalore would have an offspring, that would be Visakhapatnam. It has best of both worlds. And our vision for Visakhapatnam, Vizag, is very bold. This is our Visakhapatnam economic region. By 2047, this will be India's first $1 trillion economic region. If you've been following the news, exactly a month back, we laid foundation to India's first green steel city, which is being built out by ArcelorMittal. And this is south of Visakhapatnam. So we are doubling down on our steel ecosystem. We are doubling down on our AI and data ecosystem. We are doubling down on our pharma ecosystem. Our entire medical devices manufacturing ecosystem is also coming up in this economic region. And this will be led by AI, clean energy, medical devices manufacturing, and of course, advanced manufacturing. And this is going to be the epicenter for economic growth for a great state of Andhra Pradesh. We have all seen what leadership can actually deliver. All of you have seen the growth of Hyderabad. I still remember when Mr. Naidu announced that we're going to build this one tower. It was called Cyber Tower. It was one round building. That image is still so powerful, it's etched in my mind. It was one building, and around it was just boulders. People laughed at him. People said, this is not possible. People said, will computers feed people? But look at how one bold vision with consistency and clarity of thought can deliver. And for those of you who have missed that journey of Hyderabad, this is your redemption time. Visakhapatnam will do better. What took Hyderabad 30 years, we intend to do in the next decade in the great city of Visakhapatnam. You know, with industry, with geography, and with stability of policy, I believe that we can deliver history together and leave a legacy. And that is what really excites us. And as Vikas has shared, we are going through an economic revolution, an industrial revolution. Every industrial revolution has created more jobs than it has displaced. But it has created in geographies where they were ready for it. And India is ready for it, Bharat is ready for it, and Andhra Pradesh is ready for it. That is where we believe in the power of clusterization. So that is why when I met the leadership of Google, and I met even Sundar, and I personally requested that it's very, very important to build the entire ecosystem here. That is the only way we can create an ecosystem that is resilient. So it's not merely about Google building a data center here, but it's about what does it take to build a data center, maintain the data center, and also build the academic rigor that is required to maintain and use this platform as a springboard to grow. And that is what excites us here in Visakhapatnam. You know, saying that our approach is very simple, but yet powerful. It is scale, integration, and self-reliance. Our goal is not just about attracting investments. Our goal is to anchor entire industries. And that is what we are looking at building together here. This is a beginning of a wonderful journey. I would like to thank Google for believing in us, because it does take a leap of faith to invest $15 billion in a city that you would otherwise actually Google.